Welcome to the main event of Token Clash. Today, we are looking at a monumental collision of narratives that are actively shaping the future of Web3. We are evaluating the undisputed king of decentralized artificial intelligence infrastructure against one of the fastest, most scalable Layer 1 ecosystems on the market. First, the giant of distributed GPU processing, Render. As of today, the Render token is trading at approximately $1.54, boasting a solid market capitalization of around $800 million. On the other side, the master of chain abstraction and consumer scalability, NEAR protocol. Trading today at roughly $1.03, the NEAR ecosystem commands a robust market capitalization of $1.1 billion. Today, our evaluation is not measured by simple round victories. We are utilizing a strict star-based scoring system. The project that accumulates the highest total technical score across all 9 categories takes the crown. Let's look at the data. Render has cultivated a highly specialized, high-net-worth community consisting of 3D artists, Hollywood studios, and AI engineers. With over 90,000 unique token holders, the engagement is heavily focused on product development and rendering power. NEAR, however, has built an absolute machine for retail onboarding. Driven by initiatives like the Sweat Economy app and an aggressive global hackathon presence, the NEAR ecosystem is a social powerhouse. Because of this expansive brand presence and overwhelming mainstream retail adoption, NEAR secures a superior technical score in this first stage, taking an early lead on our star scoreboard with 18 points against Render's 15. Both of these projects have bypassed the struggle of liquidity. You can find Render and NEAR on Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and multiple institutional fiat gateways. The differentiating metric here is daily transactional liquidity. Render maintains a very healthy daily trading volume, typically oscillating around the $60 to $90 million mark. NEAR routinely processes over $200 million in 24-hour trading volume, facilitating massive institutional capital flows without severely impacting the order book slippage. With a larger market cap and deeper liquidity pools, NEAR extracts more stars in this category. Adding 19 points to their tally, NEAR pushes their total to 37, while Render reaches 31. NEAR operates without a hard-capped maximum supply, utilizing a dynamic inflation model projected around 5% annually. To offset this, the network burns 70% of all transaction fees, but it still introduces continuous market dilution. Render fundamentally altered its economic model by introducing the burn-mint equilibrium. With a circulating supply of roughly 518 million tokens, whenever a studio or developer pays for GPU computing power, Render tokens are permanently destroyed. This creates a highly organic, deflationary supply shock during peak network usage. Render's deflationary engineering easily wins this round, scoring 18 points and narrowing the overall gap to 49 against NEAR's 51. NEAR shines with its Nightshade technology, a dynamic sharding mechanism that theoretically allows the network to scale to 100,000 transactions per second. With 1-second finality and transaction costs at fractions of a penny, NEAR's user experience is flawless. Render's technology is an entirely different architectural marvel. They built the largest decentralized supercomputer on the planet. Instead of verifying standard financial ledgers, their architecture distributes heavy GPU processing globally, tapping into enterprise-grade hardware like NVIDIA's H100 chips. Due to the massive complexity of both architectures, the technical judges award maximum innovation points to both. Each secures 19 points, bringing the total to 68 for Render and 70 for NEAR. NEAR is an absolute leviathan of on-chain traffic. The protocol routinely registers over 2 million daily active users and has pushed its decentralized finance total value locked well past the $300 million mark. Render does not have a traditional DeFi ecosystem to measure. Instead, its industrial metrics show that the network has processed tens of millions of video frames and supports thousands of active node operators providing physical graphics cards. While Render dominates its niche, NEAR's sheer volume of human users and on-chain financial velocity grants them the edge in utility metrics. NEAR takes this round with 18 points to Render's 14, extending their lead to 88 over Render's 82. The NEAR protocol is led by Ilya Polosukhin, a former Google engineer and notably one of the co-authors of the original Transformer research paper that essentially birthed modern generative AI. This pedigree guarantees NEAR massive institutional respect in Silicon Valley. Render is helmed by Jules Urbach, the founder of OTO, and a legendary figure in Hollywood graphics software. Render has deep-rooted corporate connections, having been featured in official Apple keynotes, with elite cryptographic and engineering minds driving both projects forward at cruise velocity. This round is a dead heat. Both projects secure 18 points. The total now stands at 100 for Render and 106 for NEAR. NEAR focuses on progressive decentralization of its validator nodes and has an impeccable uptime history, but its sharding architecture inherently introduces extra layers of smart contract complexity. Render operates differently. To handle its massive throughput needs for processing data from giants like Marvel and Formula One, Render migrated its core infrastructure to the Solana blockchain. By leveraging Solana speed while maintaining its own distributed network of GPU operators, Render created a highly resilient hybrid system. Both networks are incredibly secure and decentralized in their own specific ways. The judges score this round a tie at 17 points each. NEAR leads 123 to Render's 117. NEAR is aggressively positioning itself as the premier layer for user-owned AI and chain abstraction, attracting heavy venture capital. But Render is the pure physical infrastructure for this exact narrative. In a world where computational power and GPU chips have become the most scarce and valuable commodity in the global economy, Render offers the decentralized solution. The absolute reliance that the metaverse, spatial rendering, and AI training have on Render's network places it at the center of the biggest tech gold rush of the decade. Render dominates this round with a perfect 20 points against NEAR's 17, completely flipping the scoreboard. Render now leads 137 to 140. Looking at historical price resilience, NEAR suffered heavily during the bear market, falling from its $20 all-time high and struggling through long periods of consolidation while absorbing token unlocks. Render also felt the macroeconomic crush, dropping from its $13 peak, but it historically demonstrated much more aggressive, explosive recoveries. Driven by the artificial intelligence sector boom, Render's momentum trading volume and high beta asset behavior have consistently rewarded investors who bought the dip. Render secures 18 points for its superior historical price action and recovery momentum, against 14 points for NEAR. This concludes our technical evaluation based on raw metrics, architectural design, and market data. We have tabulated the final star scores. NEAR protocol accumulated a massive 154 total points, proving its dominance in user adoption and transaction scalability. However, with a final score of 155 total points, Render edges out the opponent by a single point and takes the victory. The summary is clear. If you want a massively adopted, lightning-fast ecosystem with millions of daily users and a booming DeFi sector, NEAR is an undisputed titan. But if you want direct exposure to the most sought-after physical asset of this decade, decentralized computing power, Render proved slightly mathematically superior in our long-term fundamental count. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button so you don't miss the next fight. I'll see you in the next battle.